There are few Jewish rituals quite as odd as shaking a citron, palm frond, and willow and myrtle branches all around. Unsurprisingly, everyone has a different interpretation of what it all means.
Each one represents some other part of Yiddishkeit, Judaism. We have Hadassah, which is for the person who's sweet and doing a lot of good deeds, and that's what we want to do. And the Lulav is that we have to stand upright, and we have to be proud of who we are and what we do.
The story starts in Leviticus, where God commands, "And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days." Somewhere along the line, that changed to the 4 species we're familiar with today.
We do it in praise of God and for the purpose of showing our devotion to our heritage and in praise of what grows in the land of Israel.
We hold them all together for the unity of all Israel. Also, Sukkot is a Chag for unity with all the other people in the whole world, not only Jewish.
According to the book of Nehemiah, the scribe Ezra understood this verse to mean the Jews should actually build their Sukkot out of the branches, as the Samaritans still do today. So why do we shake them instead?
Because God is in every direction, so we want to shake it right, left, up, down, behind, all around, because God is everywhere.
But according to Elon Gilad, Haaretz's go-to investigator on the origins of Jewish practices, if shaking the 4 species seems oddly pagan, well, that's because it originally was. He says Ezra's interpretation suggests the branches weren't shaken at all in First Temple times.
Obviously, we're looking for a time in Jewish history where there's a break in tradition, that the tradition can change so radically. And it seems that this happened at the time of the Maccabee revolt, because there's a break of leadership, there's a change in the religious authorities, there's a time when people are not celebrating Sukkot because of the persecution of the Greeks.
So what caused this break in tradition? Gilad speculates it has its roots in Hellenistic culture.
Because we know that in the ancient world, in the Hellenistic world, you would shake boughs of trees, and especially fronds of date fronds. So it apparently came from the Greeks. They read the Maccabees, which were already, they were fighting the Greeks, but they were already living in Hellenistic world. So they knew of that tradition of shaking boughs of trees and date fronds in a victory procession. And since they already knew about that tradition, when they read the verse in Leviticus, they could already assume that it's referring to the same tradition.
Whatever its origins, this custom will remain an eternal mystery. Not that that's ever ruined in ancient tradition.